Check it out, new rotating display. No more using the office record player to show models. And the dinosaurs are using it as a toy. It's time for Aaron Does It Wrong in support of Casey Hudson and WorldWorkings.com. One thing that I've had to consider about the Sternovula is, how does a species make and use tools without hands? Humans make a lot of tools, but they're all designed around our hands. I think the Sternovula probably used the equivalent of a jig. Being a nomadic species, these might be made from wood, like our jig, but they would have to be transportable as the colony moves. The basket-making jig has an odd number of holes drilled or worn into the wood base that allows the basket to be woven around the staves. It's important to leave a tail for your weaving cordage. This will be wrapped up and through the basket to secure the end and prevent the basket from unweaving in the future. Then, your weaving pattern flows inside and outside the staves. Make sure you weave the tail into the pattern as the basket gets larger, weaving and locking, and weaving and locking. Imagine how hard this would be for a Sternovula who doesn't have fingers. Would crafting tools like this basket or a stone knife require cooperation from others in the colony? How does the colony structure revolve around making tools? Or, how does making tools change the colony dynamic? With steady work, you craft a pretty good sized basket. Mine is about 1 centimeter deep. There will be a short where I remake this basket. For one thing, there is no handle, and I'm not sure how the Sternovula would move it. For another, I wasn't happy with how I made the bottom. But that's the history of tool making. One design improves on another, which improves on another, until the tool becomes a mature technology. This is a continual practice for Neolithic avian species and kit bashers with dinosaurs as assistants. So, for the bottom, I decided to try and create a wood platform that is woven into the structure of the basket. I placed sticks into the gaps of the staves and wove a final row around the staves to keep the bottom in place. When I wasn't happy with this, I tried to weave the cordage around the bottom of the staves into a pattern, but I'm not happy with this either. We'll see what happens as I develop my weaving technology. Now, trim back all the staves and the sticks that you used for the platform. You might want to wear safety glasses. These bits fly really far and land in people's coffee all the way across the room. And with that made, maybe we should make a Stone Age knife. Our species is Neolithic after all. This plastic sculpting tool from the box of clay will make a great blade. Flint and chert have sharp and distinct cleaves when they are knapped. I'm trying to approximate these cleaves with a sharp knife. Then I cut various gouges out to approximate where the blade would be tied to the handle. I didn't want to cut the blade off yet, but this plastic is brittle, and now I have to paint this without the natural handle that it came on, which means painted fingers. Painted a dark obsidian black, and then tickled the sides with a white dry brush to bring out the highlighted edges. I found this root in our soil compost and think that it will make a great handle. I'll cut it apart and then glue the wood onto the back of the blade. Secure the handle to the blade with some cordage. This needs to be long enough to hang around Sternovula's neck, because they don't have pockets, and they haven't quite figured out a way to make a backpack that allows them to still fly. But maybe in the future. And here's my Neolithic Sternovula knife and basket. When the knife is added to the Sternovula figure and the basket is placed near the furrows, I'm creating an accidental diorama. Thank you for watching, and please support Casey at WorldWorkings.com. This has been Aaron Does It Wrong.